Hello my beautiful people, welcome to another beautiful video. Today we are going to be making fufu powder. To make our fufu powder we need a cassava that has just been uprooted that day, not the next day, not 2 weeks after. Just freshly uprooted cassava. That is what you need for your fufu powder. Then you peel it and dice it. I've just diced this one now. You dice it, make it smaller so that it's going to get soft in time. So after dicing, we make sure you wash, make sure it's clean, make sure it's neat, and you now pour inside your bath. Make sure it's a very big bath that you can actually pour water and it's going to cover up all the cassava that has been diced. So that is what we are doing right now. Thank you everyone. Thank you always coming back to watch Ojolakpe Space. I say God bless you. Thank you always for coming back to watch my video. I say thank you. And if you're a new subscriber, you're just watching me for the very first time, I say you are welcome. This is Ojolakpe Space. I live in Ibadan, or your state, Nigeria. Tiwa omo ibile afegbeti bile yo. So this is after some days whereby the cassava has been soaked, and for you to be sure if your cassava is really soaked and if it's very soft, if it's ready to go ahead with the sieving, then you just check it out. That is what I'm doing right now. I make sure I check it out and see that yes, everything is just melting as I'm pressing it with my palm. So this is right to dive into the full process. So what you just need, you need a very big bath. Like I said earlier, you just add in your water, because this step, what we are going to be doing, you're going to be sieving the cassava, the soaked cassava. All we wanted to do is it comes with there's a thread stick in between those cassava roots. So you are going to just be removing these sticks, and you can't just remove them by just picking them out. So the easier process for us is just to sieve. You get a sieve. I added water and just squeeze. As you are squeezing, it's so soft, so it's just going to be melting out. So you need the substance. You're just dipping, the way I'm doing it, just dip it inside a very big water and just make sure you just wash it inside. You're going to see everything is going to come out as a liquid this time around, and as it comes out, the shaft, which is the sticks, is going to be what's separated from the cassava plant, and that is actually what we wanted. We don't want those sticks. Can you see them? We don't want them. So we are just going to, you can feed it to goat if you have goat around you, but if you have people that have rare animals, you can just give them dry and they usually eat this thing. So it's not actually waste if you have cattle or those that rare animals around you. So this is a simple process you have to continue to do, though mine is it's much. This is a full bag of cassava, so it's so much, and that's why I'm just taking you along as I do this, and I make sure I have my fufu at home, fufu powder. I even without electricity or without any other means of preserving my fufu, I won't just get bored after making a whole full sacks of cassava into fufu and this thing gets spoiled. So the best thing I'm just going to do is how to make your fufu into fufu powder. If you have cassava where they sell cassava around you, or somebody that plants cassava, or you have cassava farm around you, this is the kind of business you can actually start. It's so easy, though at first you might look at it so difficult because of the process you have to go through, but once you're used to it and you have customers that always come around, totin rauja, totin bere pe omo ki lo nta, tí wọ́n náà ti rí pé o ti mú change, o ti mú lọ sí bank, you know, you will not want to like, okay, let me put in more strength, more energy, more agbara into this business. So it's a business you can do at the comfort of your home. You can start with little cassava and you just practice it. Once you realize that the outcome of your fufu powder is very, very okay, then you can start. It's a good business. Cash out. It's not only online, you can always cash out. You can always cash out with whatever you know how to do. And a lot of things you can do in Nigeria that a lot of people are looking for. This is a great opportunity for you if you want to start start fufu powder, this is a great opportunity. All you just need to do is just going to rebrand it. I'm bringing this out to you. Would actually, you know, people always say that we have a family secret. This is my own family secret, and I'm sharing it out because you love me, and I'm going to extend that hand of love you have shown to me. I'm going to extend it. So if you have anyone that, okay, you don't know what to do, you haven't started anything, but you want to start something, but you don't know what to do, and you have opportunities of things around you, then you can actually convert to cash. Definitely you need to try out this wonderful fufu powder. Type of content, share and like. A lot of people, when I sometimes check the number of views I have and check out the number of subscribers I have, I realize some people watch without subscribing. You will subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just press the subscribe button and you've subscribed to Jolakpe, and you have opportunity to showcase a lot of things that we all need to know. And I'm going to be going far and near to bring to you nice videos. After I was done with my sieving process, I allow it to stay for some hours so that they are going to separate. So I have the water. So when you are packing, so that you don't pack your fufu, you have to pack the water gently. So I had to pack that. I think it took me more than let me say a day, because I was just packing the water bit by bit. As it settles down, I pack the water. So the next process now, this is my sack. I have my sacks because I'm going to make it. I want to drain the water completely, and you know the fufu itself now is in liquid form, so I want to separate it. I want to make sure it is in solid form. So you get a very clean sack, then you pour in the remaining fufu, that is the liquid one. You pour it inside the sack, as many that sack contains. So you can see that as I'm pouring, you're going to see that the water that is the water that I could not pack completely is now coming out. So I'll just make sure that I packed everything completely inside the sack. What I'm doing now is I want to make sure that the water drain out completely from the fufu. step, I want to make sure that I tie the sack very well, and this is the method I'm going to be using. You can see that I have a stick here. So this stick is going to, the way I'm twisting is going to make the water to come out, and it's going to make the it's enable me to tight the sack very well. So this is the method. If you know how to use this method, if you have been using this method before, you can also share in the comment section. So I had to make sure that I tight it so fine as the way I use it for the first one. I'm also going to use it for the second one because I want to make sure that the water, everything is out completely. So there's a way you twist it. You just take that stick, turn it around with the sack, and when you do it like it makes it easier for your water, for you to squeeze that water out completely. You can see this is a very good method. If you know you want to go through this, you want to try it, it's so easy. Then when after twisting, you just look for a space at that sack and hook the stick, so the stick is not going to turn again. So the next thing, at the back of my house, I have this place. This is a wood, and you know, normally there's no how much you're going to wash your wood that is going to be so clean. So I just get a nylon, a clean one, and I'll place the 2 sacks of fufu that is in liquid form now. Then I get another big plank, wrap it up with sack so that it's not going to stain my fufu. You know, fufu usually comes so clean. Then I get a very heavy stone, big stone. Place that big stone, very big one. Place that stone, so it's going to compress that sack, and it's going to force that water that is still inside the sack with my fufu to drain out. So because I want to get a powder form of fufu. So this is the, if you don't want the powder form, this method, now your fufu is ready to be sell if you want to sell fufu. But if you want to make your fufu, you can also make it in this form. Now when I put my stone, you can see the water. That doesn't mean that your fufu is going to drain out or is going to come out. No, it's your fufu is going to stay intact. It's just the water that is just going to be draining out from the sack. So that's what I'm trying to do. So this is after 3 days that I've left it out here. The next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm converting it to fufu powder. This is how it looks like. It's now moldy. So I'm just going to break it into pieces. Just break it into pieces. Break it. Now it's dry. It's in the solid form. If you want to keep it like this at home, you can do this. It can still last you, but I don't guarantee it can stay more than 4 or 5 days if you are leaving it like this to prepare at home. But if you don't want to leave it just like this, this is the wet form. This can stay for us, at least, let me just say, I guarantee you for 5-4 days. I can't give more than that. Because it doesn't stay so long. But if you want to leave it like this, you don't want the dry form, you can get a dry container, pour it inside, then add water. This time around, you're going to get a water from your tap, and every day you're going to sieve out that water and add new water. So that is going to also preserve it. Or you can do it like this and put it in your refrigerator, in your fridge, in your freezer. Anytime you want to make your fufu, you bring it out, you just mix it with little water and your fufu is ready. But if you want to make it into fufu powder, then this is what you do. You have to get a frying pan, a thick one. This is a metal one. This is the one I use. And then the next thing you're going to be, you just add bit by bit. You don't add everything at once. If you add everything at once, you are going to prepare it. So bit by bit, you can see what I'm doing. I just add it bit by bit and start roasting this this fufu. So you just roast it. Once you see that it is hot and you can see that it is getting dry, you add more. So this is what I'll continue to do as I roast. I'll continue to fry it like that. Continue, you don't stop. It's a long process though. That's why I tell you, if you don't want to go through this process of preserving your fufu, you can also use the refrigerator, or you can also put it in a tight container where it has a lid, and you add water and you cover it. But if you want this method, you want to sell, then you can go for this method in Nigeria. So you continue to roast it. I mean, yes, I call it roasting, frying like this, direct to heat, and make sure the heat is much. If the heat is not much, you are going to stay here for a very long time, so it really needs real heat. Then you roast gradually, bit by bit, bit by bit, bit by bit. As you roast, you add. I have to speed it up so that I'm not going to bore you with long process, but you understand what I'm saying. So you make sure you stay with it. It's not something you just do and you walk away. Now our fufu powder is getting ready. You can see that it has some lumps. Because of these lumps, I'm going to take it to a place where I'm going to grind it. I'll get this machine, this big machine. So all you just need to do after roasting, then once it is completely dry, though it's much, this is the second set. I think I did it more than 4 times because it was so much, but I can't show you all the 4 steps. So I just bring to you just one part of it because it was so much. So I took it to where I'm going to be grinding it. Just take it to where you grind it into full powder. So it's going to give you this full powder, and your fufu powder is ready. So much for watching. Bye.